Well, greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Friday pre-flight. That's right. Now, I know Midnight's Edge in the morning is still going, and I know that we're on the cusp of some great stuff that's going to be happening, some awesome shows this afternoon. I managed to make it all the way back down from my cabin. Essentially, after I ended the 6-minute daily, I had to head immediately down the hill and get down as fast as I can to get here. Boy, is there a difference in weather. So difference between 30 degrees and a little bit warmer temperature where I am now, where I can wear short sleeves and be very comfortable. But anyway, there's a lot of you out there in the audience, which I appreciate. Thanks for being here, everyone. And we will jump right on all of the hellos. Well, there's Lord Thoth. What's up, Lord Thoth? I like the new icon. It's cool. Bosco Scenario. What's up, Gaskar? Good to see you, buddy. We also have Captain Trek hanging out. Thanks, Captain Trek, for everything you're doing right now, man. I'm loving it. Loving it. One Man Show is here as well. Good to see you. Sorry you had to miss lunch for the abbreviated weird 6 minutes that I did earlier today. Man, that was weird having the computer essentially just say, I'm going to reboot now, right in the middle of the stream. Aluvrian Imakara is here. Good to see you, along with your umbrella drink. I hope everybody gets one of those today. Mr. Dragon is hanging out with us. We've got Dapper Bard Games. Phew, nobody's late. Everybody's here on time. I'm not gonna try to cut it that close on an upgrade or something like that. Again, that was a little hairy. Not quite ready for that. Rajesh is here. What's up, my friend? It's good to see you. Been a minute. We've got John Riker here. Good to see you. And Kaylee. Hello, Kaylee. Good to see you. Thanks for promoting everybody. You're doing a great job. Love it. Let's see. Mr. Shirt is here. He's working and lurking. I get that too. Pat S is with us as well, and so is Manowar 665, neighbor of the beast. What's up? Good to see you, my friend. All right, Dragon Master 360 says hi, Culture. Hey, Dragon Master, I've been seeing you everywhere. You're busy watching people. We got OC Dobbins in the house too. It's good to see all of you. I'm really stoked. What do you think you guys want to talk about? Oh no, Seifer family is sick. Seifer family is sick. That is terrible. That's terrible. Don't be sick. Be well. Get well. Get well. You should get well. I want everybody to be well. You guys are important to me. You make me happy, which is amazing. I can't believe you guys think that, there's something going on that where we get more out of this relationship than you do, and that you should probably know that I get way more out of this than you do because I get to interact with you guys, and I know we get to work in the chat and stuff like that. It's one of the reasons why I love member streams, is so I can get all of you guys in to hang out. Those of you that are members, you're more than welcome to show up. Usually I have room for 9 plus me. There's also room in the back so we can rotate people out if we have to. Those are a lot of fun. I'm going to make sure that we do those more regularly and maybe more often, maybe more than once a month. We'll see. We got Theme Park Casual hanging out with us. We have the ever lovely Tina Bojan, along with the also ever lovely the Islington girl. Good to see both of you today. And of course, man, we're full of lovely today because Aluvrian is here as well. Trots is hanging on, saying, what's up, folks? Well, some weird stuff is up. I didn't get a chance to go through some of my thoughts. I mean, I honestly believe some of the conversation today over on, let's say a few different streams, at least over the course of the weekend, is still going to revolve around something that I wish the story would go away. I think you may too. It's this story here. It's Rust. Rust won't go away. Baldwin says he's been told it's highly unlikely he'll be criminally charged for the shooting. We talked about, I almost got to talk about this morning on the 6-minute daily. But first of all, he says he didn't pull the trigger. For those of you that are unfamiliar with a particular kind of firearm that he was using at the time, the mechanics require that you pull the trigger. So it's kind of odd. And this is one of those things this is a story I wanted to go away. I've wanted this story to go away for a while. I don't, whatever you think about Alec Baldwin, I get it. I mean, he's not exactly the, most loved human being in the universe. But I mean, seriously, this interview that he did with George Stephanopoulos, as you can see here, that actually aired last night. There were some previews of it going into it on Wednesday. So yours truly got a little bit of headway along with some other folks. And he says specifically that I have been told by people who are in the know, in terms of even inside the state, that it's highly unlikely that I'd be charged with anything criminal. That's not going to leave him in, clear of the other things. Now, here's the problem. This is a Colt 45 revolver. It's a hammer. There's a hammer on that gun. I'm not going to get into it. It's really frustrating, but I have a feeling. That nobody's going to believe him. See, he advised Hutchins, now in this scene, I'm going to cock the gun. So I take the gun and start to cock the gun. I'm not going to pull the trigger, I said. Do you see that? She said, well, just cheat it down and tilt it down a little bit like that. Ended up being aimed right below her armpit. And I cocked the gun and go, can you see that? Can you see that? And I let go of the hammer on the gun, and the gun goes off. Well, I guess that's one way. So that's his description of what happened. He didn't pull the trigger. How the gun went off? He let go of the hammer. The gun was supposed to be empty. Was handed an empty gun. If there were cosmetic rounds, nothing with a charge in it at all. Insane. It's terrible. If you read this whole thing, it's terrible. How did the gun go off? That's all I want to know. I think that's all anybody wants to know, to be honest with you. Let's see what you guys are thinking in the chat. I know I kind of started right up and didn't say hi to everybody as they were rolling in. We left off with Trots. Had anything more about the Highlander reboot? No, I haven't heard a lot. It's coming. I know that for sure. Because of my travel today, I didn't have as much time to dive into some of the things that I would normally, like, what's actually an active shooting cycle, what element of pre-production something in. So that's, I'm partially to blame for not having a good answer for that right now, but I'll look into it. Hopefully we'll know on Monday. Have you seen the trailer for Reacher, the return of toxic masculinity is glorious? Like, as in Jack Reacher, Hunch the Dirty Roofer? That would be awesome. I'm stoked. I'm assuming this is for the Jack Reacher thing. That would be great. What's up, Scott Jennings? Good to see you. Got E. Clay Thomas in here, another member. Gosh, all these members. Thanks for being here, guys. Rob Altus is hanging out. What's up? Yeah, you should not. Don't ever talk. If this is the situation you're in, don't talk. He had instant amnesia, Sherry asks. Good to see you, Sherry. And I don't know. Midnight Raid. What's up, Raiders? Appreciate seeing all you guys over from Midnight's Edge in the morning. I was driving, so I couldn't be on. Didn't he kill a woman who was investigated? The people, yeah, there's some weird ties, and I'm going to take my chalk and mark coincidence on that one. I may be wrong, but I just, sometimes I look at the board, and sometimes I mark with my chalk. That's likely a coincidence. If you're, it's one of those things. Mr. Tickle Trunk sends us a super sticker. I appreciate that, Mr. Tickle Trunk. It's, of course, a box of popcorn. So, Blue-Eyed Roof Korean, the base, says, silly Alec, poor judgment doing the interview. Never should have done that. Fred Blog says, to be fair, he could have fanned the hammer. That's true. Absolutely. And that's kind of what he described, and so I guess he was right. He didn't pull or squeeze the trigger. Hello, CC. According to Neil Russ never sleeps, but I caught it napping once. There you go. Good job, executive producer Saul Leibowitz. There is a lot going on here. Let's be honest. There is a lot going on here. He's told the firearm doesn't have live ammo of any kind in it. Again, whether it be a dummy round, blank, powder round, whatever. It does, let alone a lead bullet attached to it. I just, like I said, I mean, maybe when he let go of the hammer, that was it. Insane. I want this to go away so bad. You guys have no idea. This story is nuts. So many things went wrong for this accident to happen, right? So many things. And you know what? The director, Kurt Sutter from Sons of Anarchy, and Mayans, and many other things, because he's done lots of other stuff, right? Writer, excuse me, not director, but he may have directed a few of those. He said this is kind of inexcusable. This has never happened. We have guns on the set all the time. There's always say live gun. I mean, the interview he did the other day, I don't know if it was Deadline or Variety, was very clear, and of course that's a follow-up to an actual video interview that people could watch. It's mind-blowing to me how many things had to go wrong for this to happen, to be honest with you. Clearly it was a poltergeist. I don't know, but he did let the hammer go. Good. Larry's here. Larry. The name, so great. You have to say it twice. Larry. Tina says, I wonder if part of his practicing a cross-on included cocking the hammer. Once it's done, there's not much trigger pull. And that's is also true. And that was part of what I just read. And I'll read it again. All right. We're gonna be fair. That's all I want in all of this is fairness, right? That's what I want. So let's do it. So I take the gun. Okay, I'm going to start here, guys. So I take the gun and I start to cock the gun. I'm not going to pull the trigger. I said, did you see that? She said, well, just cheat it down and tilt it down a little bit like that. Baldwin said that the gun ended up being aimed right below her armpit. And I cock the gun and go, can you see that? Can you see that? And I let go of the hammer on the gun and the gun goes off. There it is. And here's this is actually a reasonable thought. He thought that Hutchins perhaps may have been struck by wadding that comes out of a blank cartridge. So there's that. The idea that someone put a live bullet in the gun was not even in reality. You see how I'm starting to feel like that could be that? I mean, and again, I mean, Rajesh, I see it from this point of view as well, right? And again, I mean, he's given an account of how you can pull the hammer back and let it go, right? Accidental tourist. So I don't know. You can file a revolver without the trigger. Yes, the hammer. Absolutely. And that's the whole point, right? A single action. That's right. It can be fired by pulling the hammer almost all the way back, then releasing it. This is true. Yep. Yeah. The safety on these guns is having an empty chamber under the hammer. This is true, Fred. This is true. You guys are on top of stuff. Good to see you, Beast Man. Oh, man, I'm going to have to watch this trailer. Okay, I'm on it. Thanks, Hunch. I appreciate it. That's going to be awesome. That kind of stuff gets me psyched. You guys psyched to see some, like, toxic masculinity? I mean, we're getting it once in a while right now. Pretty cool. Assert your rights. Absolutely. Could the gun have been broken somehow and thus malfunction? Well, like I said, I think he told you exactly what happened. He fanned the trigger. Again, you've seen it in Westerns, right? Where the guy just rolls it back and mechanically as that hammer comes back, that spins to the next chamber. No trigger involved. If 4 people told you the gun was safe, I don't see how he can be at fault. That's a good point, Zach. And again, I want this story to go away. So I want them to figure out who was negligent that led to this. Do I think Baldwin was negligent? I don't know. If he thought everything was empty, right? There were no rounds in that at all. And he pulls the hammer back. You think he didn't look at it? I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with that. Yeah, and this is another reasonable point, Zach. And that's the thing. I don't even know what you charge him with. Negligent homicide? I mean, there's a lot of people in line for screwing this up, apparently. Even one more than we heard originally. Mexican Ironman for $20. Thank you, my buddy Mike. I appreciate that. And man, all your support lately has been incredible. Love you, man. He says, Alec Dum Dum should also be charged with being criminally stupid. He can't. Well, that's not a charge you can levy, but I understand. I am a pistol and rifle enthusiast. Cases make less and less sense every week. On another note, Culture has great advice for Hollywood. They need to shush. That's right. They need to shush across the board, Mike. They just need to shush it. Shush it. Shush it. Anyway, Mike, thanks for the support and the great super chat, keeping the lights on and working towards the construction of some real production facilities. That's the plan. Yeah, I agree with you. They are paying people to check it. He's not an expert. This is all true. Yeah. I raced back from the cabin. The 80s hamster powered internet was not the best, to be sure. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow, you heard 1,000,000,000% right. The armor started the chain of tragedy. Yes, and the AD didn't help either. The biggest thing is, now you heard the armor say that this is a quote from the armor saying they didn't check the firearm a lot. Is that something that you want? I mean, there should have been no live rounds that had a bullet attached to them. Yeah, when so many things go wrong for it to happen, it's by design. Oh, I love this, Rajesh. That's awesome. Oh, man. At first, I thought it was a tragedy. I feel terrible for everyone. Now I think of them all as miserable people. I'm having internet issues here. What is going on, everybody? Nobody wants me to talk about anything today. Oh, my gosh. But I'm looking at it going, I feel the same way. I should never have done the interview. YouTube me. Really? I don't get it. That's a stupid way to fire. Absolutely. Yeah. It kind of feels like the crew set him up. I don't know. Look, I think what you want about the man, but come on. I mean, I've worked with people on things that were mission critical. Like somebody could have been terribly injured doing, if not done right. And even if I didn't like them, there was no way I would set them up for this kind of disaster. It's just dumb. That just never should have happened. Hey, Cosmic Squirrel. We are losing the war on Christmas. December has come. Potero memes, overwhelming. Can't hold out much longer. Now, here it is. We can win this. We can win the war for Christmas. We just have to. We have to tell certain parties that their statements aren't accurate. I'm frustrated, and I'm not sure if I can pull up the article I wanted to cover today in the 6-minute daily. If you give me a minute, I'll see if I can. But it's essentially the other story I know everybody's going to talk about all weekend. The thing with this thing. Hang on. There it is. Santa Inc., right? This is the review, right? The article is a little different than this, but this is from the review about this thing saying misguided raunchiness. Well, that's the least of its problem, guys. And I want to get into the fact that he called anybody who didn't like it a burrito supreme, and I'm replacing words there. So I want to get back to your comments, so I know that. Yeah, a lot of people are responsible, OC Dobbins. There are a few people I know that know. You're one of them. The producers started the tragedy by hiring an incompetent. That's also true. Gosh, the line of incompetence here was amazing, right? That it's successive numbers of things. It's just insane. This it doesn't always happen in sometimes if you're blocking out a shot or shots, which it sounds like is what they were doing based on the article and the interview that was conducted. Maybe this is the other problem. It's an incredibly inexpensive production. These producers have had lots of issues on these independent things that they're funding. In fact, there's another one I talked about it a few days ago on the 6 Minute Daily that they are only the financiers on. They're not managing the production in any way. And I'm like, thank God, because there's some stars that I would be like, I don't think I'm going to work with this. I think Hopkins was one of them, but yes, Merry Christmas as well. Yeah, if that's your holiday, Happy Hanukkah. If that's your holiday, Kwanzaa, any of the other things, guys. I'm happy to wish you whatever holiday you have. For me, it's Merry Christmas. So for others, like I said, I'm happy to honor. If you're a Festivus person, hey, rock and roll. I'm going to do it. If you go out and you're author Stephen Walton and you're into trees, hey, touchdown. That's your jam. All right. Nerdrotic CC today. That's right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was wearing like 4 layers of stuff this morning, guys. I mean, seriously, it was not warm where I was. This sounds good. Reacher. I'm gonna break 3 guys' right arm. I'm gonna break 3 guys' right arm, guys. There are 4 of us. Someone's gotta drive to the hospital. Freaking love that, dude. Reacher's so great. I hope you guys have read those books. They're freaking awesome. What's up, Jamie Castile saying a burrito supreme? That's right. Oh man, love it. The production was extra dumb with cheese. Exactly. You used my phrase. They were extra dumb with cheese the entire time. Santa Inc. is a mean show made for mean people by mean people. Yes. I agree with that 1000%. I want Kwanzaa to block a shot for. Whoa, hey now. Oh, man. Festivus isn't over until you pin me, George. That's right. Some people know the origin of Festivus. Thank you, D. Bud Martin. Chris the Bliss says author S. Walton is a tree hugger. Well, in a matter of speaking. I don't know. We might hug. I mean, there might be. Man, that's an inside lore joke for a lot of people. I love you guys. You guys are, again, I get so much out of this relationship. You guys are the best. Reject humanity, return to monkey. That's right. Absolutely. Good to see you, Sebastian. I'm excited for Reacher. See, I'm excited too. Oh, your Muslim uncle. So good to see you. Peace be with you, my friend. I am going to learn how to properly say the phrase so that I can be like Mexican Iron Man and Andre and a few others. But thank you very much. Peace be upon you. Hail, Mr. Casino in chat. Hail to you. Real cheese is delicious. By the way, I put together in the Southwest, what is referred to by gringos, a cheese crisp. Other people call them quesadillas, right? And that's what I put together for lunch, which I didn't get to eat because I didn't have enough time because it was a long drive. Yeah, let's see. You guys are great. Zach's here. Brightest day. Good to see you. Oh, and by the way, that video is brilliant. Good clipping for Mad. You guys should see his Mad Mardigan clips from the other day. It's fantastic. Yeah, I'm starving. Well, actually, Ruben, it is working up at the cabin up north, but I hustled my butt down the hill as soon as the show ended. I bailed and headed down the hill to get home. So yeah. So let me tell you, it was moving. Yeah. Blessed are the cheese makers. Absolutely. For they are the makers of cheese. Cheese for cheese. Thrawn blue cheese for the cheese god. There you go. Thoron. Let's see. What do we got? Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I think I just said it. Did I say it? Somebody say I said it. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. I hope I said it right. I saw you, 70s. I saw you. You're not chopped liver. You have the weirdest accent for a Canadian. So when I repeat the Baldwin procedure on my unloaded 45, I can't properly control the gun, but I've got tiny girly hands. If you can't properly control it, don't F around with it. Well, I have no answers here. I still hate this story. I hate this story. This Rust thing is killing me. I hate it the most. I hate it the most. If there has to be a better, there has to be a better there has to be a better way to make all of this work, where you have thousands of productions since the since the Brandon Lee tragedy, right? Thousands of them with live firearms, right? How did this happen? I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to find the other story. Sorry, guys. Oh no. Okay, well, we're just going to go back to this. We'll just use this as the bounce off point. So this thing bothers me. I mean, it clearly does. I don't like being called a burrito supreme. First of all, I really wish there was a way I could sue him for this. I can't really. I mean, but it's a really broad brush to paint people with that don't like your crap, right? When the FBI comes out and says there's X number of these people that are burrito supremes, and there's X number of, Yahtzees with, that are follically challenged, and all this other stuff, right? There's a finite number of these intolerant human beings in the world, right? That's not what came out of the woodwork to tell you your thing sucked rocks, dude. And again, it's not a movie, it's a TV show, right? And there's like stupid 10 episodes of it, or 12, I don't know. And praise be to George Molo, George the Giant Slayer, for watching the whole thing. Oh, I would not possess the temerity to do that. I do not know how he did it. And I don't know why I have the member stream up in the background. Let's fix that. What is the deal today? Just failing everywhere, guys. I apologize. But this review is mild compared to how offensive this is. On Rotten Tomatoes, this thing is getting absolutely destroyed. I don't know anybody who has any genuine interest in watching something like that, right? That's so ham-fisted. If you just watch the trailer, which I'll get claimed, by the way, that happens instantly with anything from Warner for the most part. But I will. It's so ham-fisted with its politics, with its messaging. It's not subtle. It's not subtle. It's frustrating. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, it sounds so good. Guys are telling me about food and I need to eat. Luca Rocks is here. Says, Culture, how did you get into the number side of the movie industry? That stuff is so fascinating. I don't know. It's something that I always found interesting. One of the reasons I got really motivated, especially in the last few years, is because I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a movie. I don't like a lot of stuff I'm seeing. There's, outside of like the good, because we've still had some good superhero films out there and we've had some good storytelling, but it was pretty much being largely banned. I'm saying I need to figure out a way to pay to make my movie. Right. My movie's not going to cost a lot of money. It's going to be a B movie because I'm not going to have the kind of money that you would need to make it an A, but it's also perfect B movie material, right? I'm going to make a sci-fi Western. right? Something that also incorporates to a large degree horror. So it's kind of a mishmash, three different genres put together in one that is really, really a great idea. And I needed to figure out how to finance it. So the problem is when I start to research something, I fall down a rabbit hole. The other thing is because I've done some other things hobby wise, some of those hobbies turned into jobs I got paid for. Um, I found myself trying to figure out what I should charge for my services. So there's a lot of reasons I started to get into various aspects of the different things that you pay for numbers wise. So that's how it is. But then it fits naturally into what I do for a living is some of the stuff when it comes to the way some of the contracts have to be written, money has to be moved around, things have to be handled a specific way. I don't know. It just kind of fell into my lap. And then of course I have friends that, I know that do stuff in this industry and in physical entertainment and in themed entertainment and stuff like that. So I mean, in a different way, if I had pursued a different life, I may have ended up working for Disney or Universal or somebody like that if I'd have gone a different direction. But that's how. Yeah, I don't usually talk about myself. I hate doing that, but hopefully that answers your question. But I like doing it, and putting spreadsheets together and all of that's fun for me. I'm weird like that. It's like I like. People ask me, how do you get into 3D printing and design and all of that? Well, there were a lot of reasons it was interesting because I wanted to make some other stuff that I wanted to do cheaper, faster, rapid prototyping, stuff like that. Better than, trying to mock something up and model it yourself. So, I learned Fusion 360 and some other AutoCAD stuff. And that takes me way back to, when I was 14, 15, and I worked at an office that gave me the opportunity to start playing with the very rudimentary versions of that software. So someday I'll tell everybody my stories. You won't believe it. Nobody will. Everything I've done in my life. It's insane. I think your Muslim uncle said I said it right. Did I said it right? I think I said it right. Well, thank you. All right. See, I'm going to get better at that. Let's see. My first question is, what happened to old Hollywood prop gun rule? Don't know. I don't know. I can't even begin to answer these questions. That story just won't go away. Yeah, it is a distraction, but I'm more focused on the things going on right now. There are two trials that I'm not going to talk about on this show that we're all should be glued to, right? The fraud race baiting trial that, I mean, it should be open and shut, right? And we're talking federal level badness here because, when you make claims that this is a motivated by X, you elevate the profile of it and the agencies involved in looking at it, right? Yeah, and this is true. I still don't even get it. Really bothers me. Wait, can someone catch me up with the burrito thing? Yeah, I don't like saying a white supremacista, which is thrown around now like other words. But I think they're doing it maybe to make it worthless. Man, I don't do politics on my channel. I will do it on anybody else's channel. I'm going to start a politics. I keep saying it. I should probably just do it. The problem is that it's got to be miles away from what this is. So I might have to do it strictly on Odyssey. It's one of the places I felt free to talk about some stuff with Wes before, or at least doing real news segments. And I do have the power and the capability of doing live streams over on Odyssey. They let me do it. They gave me the power, but we'll see. Hail Hydra. Thank you, Sebastian. Hi, Apollomies. Good to see you. You guys are awesome. What else we got? Culture word of the day. Temerity. Well, there you go. Yeah. Oh man. I was told I need to like chill on the verbiage of vocabulary. Seth Green. I did this like 20 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, man. I was talking to somebody today. I was like, "Yeah, I did this in this industry 20 years ago," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm old." uh, this is a strong statement. I'm not sure I can say that, but I see what you're getting at. Olivia says, "Not a fan of Christmas because of the nearly endless greed and human misery of the season. That said, Santa Whammon is is a crime against humanity." What is wrong? What is wrong with Mrs. Claus? Right, and then where is Mrs. Claus? Norway commercial. Yeah. Just made wheat biscuits for the little one. Oh, yummy. Guys are making me hungry. Don't do it. I watch how cheese is made, then watch Woke Santa Inc. There you go. Rearrange a few letters, as I said last night. Culture only fams boon. No. There's Chef. What's up, Chef? Good to see you. Chef is here, everyone. Chef Nation. I love food. Cowboys and Aliens, great. It's great, but no, different. Very different. I don't think you guys are. Yeah, I'm not going to spill the beans. It's a pretty awesome screenplay idea. Let me tell you. Yeah. I need foods. Yeah, I have a lot of side hustle. Yes. It's sad when someone loses any goodwill still attached to their name. Seth and Sarah are now both persona non grata. Yeah. Imagine destroying the entire backlog of history and stuff and then gone. Happens. No, I don't, but I will. Jamie Castile, I promise. And I know there are a lot of people in our fellowship who work in the industry or have, and I've had people, including a stunt person, say they would absolutely love to. Actually, two, a male and female stunt person, that said they would love to help me. So there you go. What else do we got? No, Chris the Bliss. No. Horror. Lots of 3D printing of spare parts on old equipment, so is prolonging the life of legacy technology. Absolutely, and that's another cool thing that you can do with 3D printing. I have a couple of them sitting in the other room there. Yeah, I've got our ABS printing and a resin printer sitting there, and then in the garage I have a carving, a destructive manufacturing. 3D printing's additive manufacturing, and 3D carving is destructive manufacturing, which some people still call machining, but because it is. Yeah, you can machine in any material, wood, metal, whatnot. So seeing a lot of resin machining now. It's kind of cool. Let's see. Hawaii Supreme. There you go. 3D printing, CC? Do the glowies make you register a 3D? No. No, you can make almost anything, including things that they wouldn't want you to make with a 3D printer. What happened on the set of Rust is easy to figure out. There was a low level of not giving a shit from everybody. Exactly, Scaff. Word, as the kids used to say. Car parts, even electric parts for old tech are being printed. Absolutely. Yeah. Man, you can auto machine. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into it, but you can do a lot of stuff. Anyone who has an issue with using fancy thinking words needs to read more books. Well, I just do that. Yeah. What's up, Unu? Yes, I am coming to the UK. Bunk up with Gary. I don't have to. I got family over there. But I prefer a real nice hotel. Yeah, I mean, one of my family members runs a rock club in the London area. So, yeah. Maybe have a thing there. Only female Santa. Oh, no. Hey, now. Giggity. They canceled Mrs. Claus. That's what they did. I think so. I know wheat biscuits. Oh, yeah. Wow. I need to know how you're saying. Can you put this in some form of phonetics for me? Vark Tech. I hope that isn't beyond that. Oh boy. Somebody help me. I am a pizza supremacist. Me too. Oh, it's Friday. It's Friday. I could order a pizza. Oh, are you guys going to order a pizza? Love pizza. Love pizza. I'm ordering a pizza. That's dinner. We're going to have pizza. It's pizza. I want to eat a dolphin. No, you want to pet a dolphin. I like pizza. Bonus points if you know what movie that's from. What's up, Terry Rose? Good to see you. Rob Altus has pizza. By the way, if you need a UK wrench, oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh, you're not already wrenched? You have been one of my longest supporters, and I have not wrenched you. I'm a terrible, terrible human. Terrible. There you go. You are now a wrenchy poo. All right. 3D printing is great for scale models. Works great, especially spaceships, and really good for, faux firearms. Yeah. I need to get a 3D printer for some work. Not sure which unit to go with. I like my... I almost said SourceForge. That's not what it's called. I'm drawing a blank, but I bought a dual head ABS so that I can print ABS and a Filaflex from two different novels at the same time in the same model for reasons. So, yeah, I'll Flash Forge is what it's called. Yeah, and pretty decent, decent volume, decent build volume, excellent heated bed control, all of that. So, wow, how did we get into super geeky weeds? I don't know. You were doing a film project. Don't tell me it's a 19. No. Although Scaff, that's another one, I guess. I don't think I would do the prawn version of that, though. Eric Winberg for $2 says, "Hail, CultureCasino in chat. Happy Friday to y'all. Good to see you, Eric Winberg. I hope everything is going well, my friend. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all of your support. You don't even know. Come to London and we'll take you out for a steak. Oh, absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. I will let everybody know when the boss and I are headed there. I will. Yeah, I'll be unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it's going to be great. I'm going to have my family going with me, so I think it'll be a blast. So I will definitely let you guys know. I promise. You will have ample warning, okay, that we are headed that way. Nika Kovaleva. Oh, thank you. Thank you, D-Bud Martin. Thank you, and thank you, Nika. I appreciate your support. Man, all you guys with your pizzas. The Culture film series starts with CultureCasino, then becomes Culture City, then Culture Island, then Culture Planet. I love this. Let's make this happen, 16-bit mascot. Let's do it. What do we got here? We got, how do you feel about droids? Love them. The STL's been released for 100% printed R2-D2s. Yes. Minus the electronics screws here and there. No, I've seen them. You can definitely do it. They're not that hard to build. They are built in essentially plates that are easily assembled. Some of them even include armatures for add-ons and stuff that allow you to add additional armatures and things. Telescoping, scanner and all that. Absolutely. Yeah. I would love to build one of those, to be honest with you. I don't have time right now. I'm trying to work on, there's an alien model I'm trying to build, life size, which means it's huge. I'm still trying to work all of that out. I'll get it there. I love pizza. Jin Wong. I love it. There it is, Mr. Tickle Trunk. For a Canadian $2, sends me 3 slices of pizza and 2 mugs of draft beer. Sounds like a good night. Friday pre-flight could be misinterpretive. Yeah, no. We are, gosh, are you guys not excited? I mean, there's so much to talk about. You're going to talk about Seth Rogen being a silly human. You got to talk about Sarah Silverman not helping. You get to talk about the weird stuff with Rust. You even get to talk about, and I wasn't going to do this one, but this is one of those Berserker Circus stories. I talked about this on the 6 Minute Daily. I feel like this is like the makeup for the 6 Minute Daily because it was so bad. It was terrible today. George Clooney turned down $35 million for one day's work. This was a gig with an airline. He didn't say specifically which airline. I think you can guess. Supposedly the country is one of our allies, is what he says in his interview. And but they don't always do good stuff. Well, you don't have to go very far to make some assumptions here as to what that could possibly be. But it was it was an airline commercial. Yeah. He didn't say much more in here. He was talking about his new film, The Tender Bar. But I thought that's interesting. Now, all of the trades covered it exactly this way. It turned down 30 Now, let me ask you a question. In light of the trials, let's circle back to the trials because these are going to be subjects of conversation the entire weekend as well. You have the Glazane trial and the Juicy trial, right? 2 trials. 2 things. 1, fraud. Racial fraud, racial attack fraud, however you want to put it. And the other being lots of elites. I prefer the term scumbags, wealthy scumbags that think they're untouchable, doing bad things. And the person who's on trial is one of the people who helped facilitate that. The question is, why would a story like this be worded the way it is across multiple trades and places right now? Let me tell you, Variety is not a feel-good paper. Neither is Deadline, unless they're trying to sell you a film. This doesn't sell the Tender Bar creation here. This sells you George Clooney. What trial's going on right now that somebody might be trying to start to deflect from? Pizza the Hut is not. That's funny. Hey, Jillian, good to see you. Bone is here. What's up, Bone? And Bruce is here. Good to see all you folks. Thanks for rolling in here. Let's see. 3D printing is awesome for D&D map terrain and great for producing your own minis. You can get a model of every mini that we're going to paint anyway. And now you don't have to pay Wizards of the Coast, who are really icky. Oh, by the way, you can also print the parts for the 3D printers, and you can make more 3D printers because they're open source. So is the code. Really cool stuff. Nikki D for $5 says, hey, CC, are you able to elaborate on the potential legislation being introduced that may curtail ESG funding? You briefly mentioned this on Mead yesterday. I can't do it here. I promise you, Nikki D, when I see you, just mention it in a chat, throw a culture at me on somebody's channel where I can dive into the politics of it all. But there are multiple pieces of legislation that have either been drafted or are being drafted in various places to try to curtail ESG being utilized in for the purposes of financial manipulation. So we'll have to see where that comes from. What's up, Black Angus? We haven't seen you in a minute. We were just flying to like 3 or 4 different destinations. Where we briefly were flying with the 2 things I think they're going to talk about on FNT being the 2 trials possibly being mentioned. I'd guarantee you that's definitely going to be there. 3D modeling is and it's not hard to learn. I mean, you just have to change your thinking. In most cases, most things are now, when you're doing that kind of modeling, you're working in millimeters and not in imperial. Metric, not imperial. So stakes in London. Not for long if you keep recognizing lobsters and crabs as sentient creatures. Oh, well, is that really happening? I did not know that. I'd love to build a Dalek easy mode, bro. Those are easy mode. Actually, you don't even need... Man, if I was going to start with the base framework, you could actually build out from like an upside down tomato cage. If you were going to try to not like 3D print it, but if you were going to like just try to model around it, you could get yourself a large tomato cage and then build from there outward. Or something similar, not necessarily a tomato cage, but something similar. I can't even tell you how many different things that we would start out with, like plywood and chicken wire, and build entire rock structures and stuff out of it. Not that hard. It's really easy. Once I get to Orlando, still need to find a house, I will be doing workout streams. Awesome, my friend. I will be following holistic healing plan, and my goal is to put myself in remission and lose 300 pounds. Bless you, Ruben. That is the best plan in the world, and you have my support and so many others. And by the way, Ruben is a content creator, so check out what Ruben is doing and will be doing. What's up, Soul Assassin? Good to see you. Josiah Fitch is here as well. Trots has become a member. Well, thank you, Trots. Appreciate that, my friend. Been seeing you around, and I appreciate your support. You guys are doing massive things for me. You guys have no idea. What's up, Rogue Disney? I'm cheap. I'll do it for 34 million. There you go. Yeah, he can walk away from any job. Yeah, he's a billionaire, guys. I mean, most people don't know that. This guy here, this head tilt actor, right? You know, is famous parents, head tilt actor guy here. Yeah, he's a billionaire, or just shy of it. Most people don't know that. Yep. Variety and Deadline are the two Hollywood papers that are owned, by the way, by the same media company, Penske Media, PMC. What they report is the message from Hollywood. Absolutely. Hollywood Reporter's a little more rogue. They're owned by another major entity, though. The Wrap, Sharon Waxman, is probably the only one that's truly independent anymore. Once Nikki got out of the business, sold it out, that was it. Never should have done that. Ooh, ground pork. Some people like ground pork. Yeah, the juicy trial. Absolutely. I'm sorry I couldn't answer your question, Nikki D, but there is some. And by the way, it's not being drafted. Normally, lobbyists draft legislation. Everything that you recently got in, let's say, the budget bill, and other than that, and the other, like the $3+ trillion that they just tried to force feed us, those were written largely by lobbyists, just so you know, if not entirely. Yeah. Defund it. Absolutely. Bone for $4 sends me a super sticker. What did you send, Bone, my friend? I appreciate that. What do we got? What is the pretty sticker? It's got to be a good one. Bone always sends cool stickers. Oh, yes. It's a Shiba Inu with a bone. Okay. All right. Thank you. I love Shiba Inu. I love dogs. You guys know that. Yeah. I'm still getting over stuff. Guys. 3D printers can print other 3D printers. Absolutely. Yeah. Almost every part except obviously the stepper motors and the electrics and the board. Although you can actually, I don't want to get into that, but all that, actually 3D printers, electrics are cheap as heck. In fact, if you have old dot matrix printers around, or even, but pretty much any printer, most of the time those are built with stepper motors, and you can repurpose them. So if you've got a dead printer, print head's toast, electrics are broken, grab those motors. I got another super sticker from the Islington girl for $2. It's another Shiba Inu going, hey. I know that we only are getting like an hour to 90 minutes before we have FNT now. So I know going when I go is putting me closer to when that's going to start. And I think that's going to continue to start closer to on time, if I'm not wrong. We have two wrenches with us right now that seem to work over there as well. If they want to give me a heads up, that would be appreciated. That would be a great idea. Yeah, I think this is a great idea, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Let's set that up. Let's do a video on that over there because believe it or not, you go to Yahoo Finance, right, to check a stock right now. On the right-hand corner of the first thing that you see, you'll see where they score as far as ESG goes, which is garbage. Do you want to build a Dalek? You know that I want to too. I'm not going to sing the whole Frozen thing, dude. That was mean. You were mean. You got it in my head forever. What's up, Crease? Notice that this new religion even has its trinity now. Oh, dude, no kidding. BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. Thank you, Crease. Speaking my language. Yep. Yeah, but BR's in trouble. Or it's only going to take, seriously, the tipping point's here. I'm not sure exactly what day, but if the make good's not done on the loan for Evergrande, that'll be the second mid-major developer in China that crashed. I think BR's into that for almost $3 trillion. Last I checked. Yeah, they control $27 trillion in assets. State Street's got a pretty decent chunk too, as well as Vanguard. These are all manipulative things. They're all, and it's just like any of the hedge fund stuff is crazy. I miss my awesome hair too, but it's growing back. We're already getting there. Of course, when the weight's taken out of it, it curls up and drives me crazy. Captain Trek, you've been doing great with your show, The Morning Brew, guys. Check that out. During the week, Captain Trek's been doing some great stuff. Has been having some amazing guests. I'm going to try to get in there coming up here real soon. Obviously, I can still make myself get up at 4 a.m, so I can travel. So I can probably get up at 4 a.m. and hang out over there with Captain Trek at least one day. I'll try to make that happen soon. What's up, Wook? Ooh, you almost got your kitchen remodeled. That's awesome. Yeah, Rogue Disney's been living without a kitchen for a while. Major remodeling over there. Let's see. It's hard to keep up with YouTube with work. Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have a stream sometime where we're both free. I'm always available when I'm not working or I'm not already streaming. That's hard to do nowadays. If you guys seen the last week wasn't as bad. The week before, I mean, it was 30 some streams. I loved the Survivor show, especially early on. Like the first 3 seasons were like my faves. It was really great. I actually wanted to do that. My stepdad and I talked about it, being on there. All right. Yeah. Dad Man Walking 55. Gonna ahead and see what my kid is streaming. Have a good weekend, y'all. Absolutely. Dad Man Walking and Mrs. Dad Man Walking and their daughter, who's now a big creator, go check them out. They do some really cool stuff. They hang out with some great people. Follow all of them where they go to play games and stuff. It's really cool. Check that out. Defund lobbies. Absolutely. Stonks are actually okay. I mean, I think Twitter still is having difficulty. Disney had a small rebound, but they're still headed downward. Right now, tech stocks are seeing a lot of bearish forces. Some of that is because of governmental news. I'm not sure about who else is going to talk about this weekend, but I mean, I'll probably end up talking about it Monday with comics. But you're starting to see the government fight back against the growth and the power of the industries, right? Because corporatism is essentially the government we live under, but they're sending some messages to the corporations. You know what? You need to cut it out because not only are you exposing yourselves, you're exposing us, and you can't be more powerful than us. The government doesn't like it when somebody's more powerful than they are. And so you're seeing Simon & Schuster deal get canceled, which meant that Viacom CBS had to part with a piece of real estate that they probably didn't want to, that they're leasing back to the people they sold, or leasing back from the people they sold it to pay the bills. They had already spent the $2 billion that they thought they were getting out of the Simon Schuster deal with Bertelsmann, which of course is, Bertelsmann's the owner of everything. Of course, it was Penguin Books, I think, was the actual entity that, would have been acquiring them, but the actual owner is Bertelsmann. Oh, again, I mean, always follow the money, guys. That's how it works. That's how it works. Mr. Butt Crack Media sends me a super sticker, Canadian $1.49 super sticker. Thank you for that. I've got to pull that up over here on the other screen. What do we got? What do we got here? What's the super sticker? Super sticker. Super sticker. It is a hot dog, you guys, with the food. I'm starving. Mr. Butt Crack Media has the sexiest butt crack on YouTube. All right, then. Do check out Mr. Butt Crack Media, by the way. Florida Night Tops. There you go. Who's the guest for FNT? I don't know. Who is the guest? Who's the guest? I don't think it's posted. At least I haven't seen it. Normally I get the notification. Do you want to build? Why did you do this? Why did you do this, Captain Trey? You don't even know what kind of an earwig that is for me. Yes. Snowman Salt. There you go. Crease. Yes. China swamp investment. Man, they got so many problems. Oh, who was it that I was mentioning? They're great channel that did a lot of stuff. They used to ride their bikes through China until they said, please leave. God, I forget them. They're in my channel thing. Anyway, they basically went and toured all these empty areas. They were built. There's entire cities of housing, everything vacant, nobody there. Insane. Yeah, the most wasteful companies inspire. Yeah, they do. They sponsor all the environmental garbage. It's very true. His hair has to grow back. The boss needs something to pull. I love you, Scaff. That's beautiful. You guys are so amazing. Watching Die Hard 2. Oh, I love that. Oh, man. God, I love Die Hard. It's very Christmas. Very Christmas indeed. No announcement yet. Keeping an eye out. Okay, all right. Somebody help me out. Wrench persons. Defund America. That's not very nice, Sebastian. I don't know that I agree with that. Need to order my pizza now. FNT in 30 minutes. Okay, guys. FNT in 30 minutes, according to our friend Ruben Christopher Haynes. Got to get on that. Is it? We'll have to see. Mayor McCheese for $2 says Santa Inc. trailer, Citizen Kane of woke trailers. Oh, absolutely. Very good. By the way, Matt G, thank you for the $2. Appreciate it. Indeed. You guys are so great. Suck it, CBS. Absolutely. They actually are. God, can you imagine announcing the same? Disney's having the same problem. They announced 26 things. I think 8 of them are going to get made ever. Going back 3 years now. 26 things. Then it was like 20 something things last year. Did you notice that they announced the same things they've been announcing now 3 times over? Insane. What's up, Channel 66? Another great YouTube creator right here. Somebody I got to spend some time with, do an interview with. Loved hanging out. It was awesome. Unga boonga, unga boonga. There you go. I want some bacon now. Oh, yes, these poor billionaires struggling. It hurts my heart. Mine too. It's crazy. Y'all know Az now. I used to watch his Warcraft content before he diversified. Absolutely, Toby Moss. Yeah, I love it. What's up, Gavermectin? You guys are so great. I love playing Mario Kart Railway Nation. I might play tonight. We'll see. I'm pretty tired, though. I got really early. I couldn't sleep really. I didn't sleep. I haven't been sleeping at all. But I really couldn't sleep last night. It was like three or four times I woke up. And then, before the alarm even went off this morning at 4, I was like, I'm awake. So I had to get cleaned up, get on the road. It was insane. Oh, by the way, building the snowman super easy. You can 3D print an Olaf super easy, just like the one that they have at in the attraction at Disney World at oh gosh, I don't even know it. That's in Norway, but that one's really easy to do. Krigler's the guest. Ah, good to know. All right, guys, I'm going to give you the 20 minutes that you need to, if you haven't placed your pizza order, do it. If you get it, get yourself a beverage of your choice and get settled for FNT. And don't forget about Friday Night Frolics, another one of my favorite programs. Please keep the people in Waukesha, Waukesha, I think that's the right way to say it, in your heart. One of the badly injured victims of that insane attack went home yesterday, very, very injured still. But do keep them in your heart. Okay. It's just was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Why do you think YouTube changed the live stream mobile restrictions? I can't answer that question. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Really don't. Who knew says, hey, I think Gary is correct. Someone at the CERN said, the Large Hadron Collider effed up. Many of us have been transferred to Super World Clown World. Maybe over at CERN. That's possible. Oh, you don't want to be here. This is not the world I wanted to be in. Wait. Does wadded up toilet paper count as 3D modeling for a snow dude? Oh, yeah, you absolutely can do that. Yeah. Yeah, Hodgepodge. You can do a lot of really cool stuff with Hodgepodge and some other household items. Seriously. Yeah. Oh, no. Pizza Hut sent you an ad and you're broke. That's a bummer, Monkey Jeebus. But I'm glad you're here hanging out. One Man Show's not planning on watching either show. All right. Well, hey, I'm just glad you're here, man. I appreciate your support, One Man Show. I really do. Talking about the truck accident. Yeah, the SUV. Yeah. You guys try to have a good one. Yeah, I'm heartbroken still. You guys, you don't even know. All right, I'm going to let you all go. Get your stuff together. Have a great weekend. Check out my buddy Ords, guys, please, tonight when he does his game stream, whether it be on Twitch or here on the Tube. You can use your support. I haven't had confirmation on Sunday's guests for the Sunday Culture Review, but I'll put up the thumbnail when I do. If I don't, that'll just be me in the panel going full stride. So beyond that, I'm going to end the show the same way I always do, saying thanks to all of you and saying, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. It is. And until next time, bye. Please turn button as we see that this time we're landing in about 1 minute.